Hi, it's the nursing professor here. Now that February is over, will history be erased? It's just something that I've been thinking about recently, and let me tell you why. It's been about 2 weeks now. I was walking in Washington, D.C., where I've been born and raised, and it was the first time I actually had someone call me the N-word. And it just came out of nowhere. And I was so amazed that this happened to me, this middle-aged, non-threatening looking woman, that it just really made me think of what we're seeing on the news from day to day, that this thing is really, really happening to us. Will we erase Brown versus Board of Education? What about the Little Rock Nine or John Lewis or Martin Luther King Jr.? Is it okay to erase any of that from American history? There were many who contributed to how and why our country has been so free, that it just really feels like all of that is going to go away. Now, let me tell you about one story that is really amazing to me, is that Georgetown University, well-known, prestigious university in Washington, D.C., was built on systemic racism. And the story that we have that was recently resolved in 2021 was that in 1838, the Jesuits at Georgetown University sold 272 slaves in order to pay the debt of the university so that the university could continue to function. Now, in 2021, the descendants of those slaves actually got some retribution for that. Their family members can attend Georgetown University. I don't know what the payout was, but that is new information. 2021 was 4 years ago. So we're talking about still learning of things that happened to a population of people who we did not even know happened. And so as we're moving along our day-to-day, we have to understand that these things are so impactful on our current state of life. Now, in 1964, Lyndon Johnson was forced to respond to the civil rights movement. He didn't want to either. And so his call to action was to put in Title VI, which gave the opportunity for Black students to attend Head Start. Head Start has become so much a part of the American fabric. Now that is even being threatened to go away. And we know that that didn't give you a leg up, but it leveled the playing field for those of us who were not white. That's the truth be told. And I was one of those Head Start students. So I will definitely tell you there was a longitudinal study that went along with that. And it followed me for 18 years to see how well I was going to perform as a result of being one of the inaugural students of Head Start. So does that go away? What happens to us if that goes away? When we think about how we're weaponizing any type of reference to race, diversity, equality, inclusion, and social justice, it really is very shameful, because none of that should be used as a weapon against anybody. And so this point of view is not about black or white. It really isn't. It is about fairness that should continue to happen. And I'll end with this. If we look at the current budget that's out there, it's going to do so much to Medicaid that health systems will probably be destroyed because they won't be able to continue to manage themselves from a state level. The truth is this, is that it will come to a point when we dismantle all of the federal government where we have to rely on state to state who regulates what. And we all know that certain states have more money, more resources than other states. And so is it okay because I live in Washington, D.C., that I get something that a person in Mississippi does not have the opportunity to get? We already know that the reading rates in Mississippi are terrible. Do we think that's going to get better because it's going to be state funded? So it's just some things that I've been thinking about. Again, this is not about black or white, but it's about fairness. And bringing it on home to you nursing students is that healthcare facilities will no longer be able to operate in the way that they currently are. And so what does that do to our profession? How do we get people the help that they need? All right, so if you have any comments, or actually I encourage you to comment, because I think this needs to be a discussion about what we can do, what our feelings are, what our thoughts are, because as we go to day, that we know that this is not our normal anyway. I can't say it's not normal, but it's not our normal. And so it is so impactful on us as workers, as parents, as siblings, as children, and all of the roles that we occupy. So if you like this video, or if you dislike it, just comment, share the information down below. There's no hard feelings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.